Ian So, and I'm the chicken and rice guy. My name's Ian. I was born in New York, and I came here for college 8 years ago, and now I'm running a food truck. I am the co-owner, co-founder, and I take care of the marketing and general business strategy, I guess. I always wanted to start a business, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to start a business. So what our friends did is we used to brainstorm different business ideas every week. We'd meet and then just talk about the ideas we come up with. So one weekend we went to New York and we had chicken and rice there, and because everybody was talking about it, it was amazing, and just a huge line, and we figured this is something we might be able to do in Boston, and people would really like it since it's popular in New York. You already have people from New York that are in Boston, and it's a good dish. I never really knew what I wanted to be. I think when I was a kid I wanted to be an astronaut, and then maybe a teacher. I don't know why I wanted to be a teacher, and then my mom made me go to business school. I didn't really know why I went to business school, but she told me to go. It's like a good school, and so I'm like, okay, I'll go. It goes back to us going to New York and seeing how popular it was, and I think Chinese food would be popular, but there's already Chinese food trucks, and a lot of Chinese restaurants, I think a lot of people expect us to sell Chinese food, and they see us, they always think it's Chinese food, but we're trying to sell what we thought is popular. I guess the first thing is culturally, right? Entrepreneurship, starting a business, is not generally what most Asians are told to do or actually do. Like, I know a lot of them open restaurants and things like that, but in terms of, starting their own thing, if they're in college or something, that's not something you should do. Like, my mom was like, thought I was crazy when I told her I'm gonna start a truck, and then she's in Seattle. She always, when she calls me, she's like, oh, Amazon's here, there's a lot of jobs, maybe you'd be interested or something like that. Like, she still doesn't really get it, that this is something I'm very passionate about and I love doing. But on the other hand, there's not a lot of Asian entrepreneurs, but I actually think that's almost an advantage, because your network is a lot tighter. Like, you're very close to other Asian entrepreneurs because there's so few of them, so the ones that I know, we help each other a lot, and we network a lot. Some of them worked on the truck when I need help, so yeah, there's less Asian entrepreneurs and it's less of a focus, but in a way it makes them more tight-knit. What is chicken and rice? Chicken and rice, the actual dish is like rice, chicken on top, lettuce, and we have garlic sauce, spicy, and barbecue. And I guess more philosophically what it is like a cheap, affordable lunch. We want to open a restaurant, and I think we would like to be like a national chain. I think chicken and rice is like really cheap. It's a rice plate, it's Middle Eastern, so it's a little different than what is in the market right now. You have a lot of burritos, you have a lot of burgers in terms of the fast food industry. So you don't really have that like nice grilled meats over rice, and then I think people really like the sauce. I think the feedback we see from at least Boston is very positive, so I think we could definitely duplicate that in other cities. I think the most important part about doing a business is you have to know yourself, what your strengths and weaknesses are. That's important because those are the things that are gonna mess you up. It's nothing different than anything else in life. Like, you play a sport or you have a job. It's the same thing. It's who you are, and that's what those are the tools you're given, and that's what you have to work with. So you have to know yourself and what you're good at, what you're bad at. And if you want to start a business, a food truck, definitely, if you're really passionate about it, start off slow, have it as a project, do it on the weekends. There's a lot of time in the day, even if you have a 9-to-5 job, you still can have, 5 to midnight, 7 hours to do something. And that's like where people should start building their ideas. Twitter is CNRG_Boston, and then Facebook is facebook.com/CNRG Boston, maybe. Google it, yeah.